Child sex trafficking is the new slavery in the United States of America.
26 seconds. 26 seconds.
There was a girl that was taken, I think, in Florida, and you know, when the guys found out that someone was coming for her, they basically shot her and chopped her up and fed her to alligators. So I mean, that's the kind of people that we're dealing with.
They're a slave trader. They're predator, pimp, piece of garbage gangbanger. Being a former police detective in LA County, worked narcotics and gangs throughout Los Angeles County. I saw the formation of the prison gangs, the street gangs, and the cartels forming a triad to take over the narcotics trafficking business in the United States. They took that same triad and started trafficking young girls into prostitution, minor children. Within 48 hours, 60% of all runaways are approached by a sex trafficker. And then the longer that the girl is out there, that increases the odds of the girl being a victim of trafficking. That's a major problem, and that's what Saved in America does. We try the prevention mode because we want to get the child before the traffickers do. We come in and we decide to do whatever it takes as far as the surveillance and as far as the social networking investigator to locate the child and then bring law enforcement in. We have 34 members in our group. They're all retired Navy SEALs, retired police detectives that work gangs or narcotics. So we all work together with support staff.
About a year before I was about to retire, Joseph had started Saved in America, and he asked if I wanted to do it. And I said, sure, let's see what you got.
How do we rescue kids here domestically in this country? Kids that are being trafficked that are U.S. citizens here in the United States.
I had no idea when I started this how bad it was. I think most Americans don't realize it. And if they do realize it's going on, they think it's, you know, a specific group of people. When in all reality, it hits all sectors.
Years ago, if you said, hey, we have girls being trafficked out of San Diego, you get this blank line, no we don't. It was all denial. I mean, that happens elsewhere, it doesn't happen here in San Diego. Yeah, it does. You know, and it happens in Yuma. It happens in, you know, Omaha, Nebraska. It's everywhere.
You know, everybody thinks this is a minority problem or an overseas problem. This is going on with girls from La Jolla and Carlsbad and like Malibu. It's not just people from ghetto type areas. You know what I mean? Or from overseas. You know, this is girls that could be my daughters.
I had a family member that was trafficked years ago, and didn't know anything about it. It's not like I didn't care less about what was happening out in the street, but you know, when I dealt with people out in the street, you know, they're not related. This person was very close to me.
The reason they traffic children, it's just all about money, and they can sell a girl over and over and over and over again. The younger the girl, the more money they get, and they can do this under the radar because they focus on runaway girls.
I mean, unfortunately, the police don't have time. You know, basically when someone is missing, they just do a preliminary report, and they can't do much past that. There needs to be something where those parents know that once they have extinguished all options with the authorities, that there's a private organization that they can go to that someone will help them out.
So we formed Saved in America and rescued the child in coordination with whatever police agency is there, whether it's local, state, or federal. The parent calls us. Girls are runaway, we make sure there's a police report filed, we make sure that the girl is listed with the National Center for Missing Exploited Children, and we get a power of attorney from the parents, and then we go to work.
It's not a Hollywood movie where we're kicking in the door and here we are to save you or anything like that. The reality is that we stay within the parameters of law and try to assist law enforcement to accomplish the task that needs to be done.
There's all 34 members of our staff, from the case manager to the social networking investigators to the Navy SEALs to the police detectives, are all volunteer staff.
It's nothing to be proud of. It's something we have to do.
Organized gangs down here in San Diego drove up to Utah and recruited these 14-year-old girls, brought them down and told them, you know, come party with us at the beach in San Diego. And as soon as the girls got there, they beat the girls up, they took their cell phones and injected them with heroin and then started to traffic them. We got some information and we gave it to the sheriff's department and caught the trafficker with a hatchet, a knife, a body bag, and a rope. And so we know we saved this girl's life.
I decided when I started this that it can't be about getting the guy, the bad guy. The only thing we can do without jeopardizing other people's lives is rescue the girl. So, and it has to be about the girl, not about anything else.
If we can get them out of the whole circuit and the whole lifestyle, you know, it's well worth it.
The model we make here for Saved in America, of course, that's the model we're going to take out to other states. I think you have to attack it both ways. You have to attack the supply through the slave traders, but you also have to have the penalties so severe that nobody even wants to touch this.
The laws are changing, but I mean, it's still pretty hard to prosecute people. And I think the laws need to get tougher and they need to actually stop these guys from doing it.
At some point, we as citizens have to take the responsibility to stop this from happening. Do you need SEALs to do it? No, you don't. You just need people who have the training and care.
You know, people ask me, what is your secret? How do you find these girls? It's not Joseph Travers' over 30 years in investigative experience. That's not it. It really isn't because I have Navy SEALs, which I love to work with because these guys are the most awesome guys to work with in the whole world. But I can tell you who tells me where the girls are, and that's God. And that's what I tell these girls after I rescue them. When I go see them, I ask them, I said, who do you think sent me? I don't know. Who sent you? I said, God sent me. And I found you.